Welcome to this lesson on factoring. Okay, let's begin. So to understand factoring really well, we need to first understand its opposite operation, which is distributing. So distributing and factoring are related to each other, kind of like a remote control. If you have distributing is kind of like pressing the fast forward button, and then factoring is kind of like pressing the rewind button. So right now, Mr. Luke in the classroom will take it over and show you some great clips on FALS, fast forward, and rewind versions of them. I prefer the rewinds myself. Okay, so let's look at distributing right now. So when we're looking at distributing, we're going to do it the window way. And if you remember, the window way is we draw a little window and we use that to factor. My little guy in the corner likes my window. Thanks. Oh, that's nice of him. He says, "You're welcome." Okay, so the way that we factor or distribute using the window way is we put the 2x minus 4 up here, and then I put, actually let's put the, no, that's okay. Doesn't matter which one you put the 2x minus 4 on. And then we're going to put the x and then the plus 3 over here. And then I just multiply in each of the windows. So x times 2x, x times 2x, it's going to give me 2x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. 2x times 3 is 6x. And negative 4 times positive 3 is negative 12. So if you notice the window, now we have to multiply 2x squared minus 4x plus 6x. Sorry, not multiply. We're just writing these out so we can combine any like terms that appear. And do we see any like terms? Yes, we do. These two middle terms, the negative 4x and the 6x. So we have 2x squared plus 2x minus 12. And that is our final distributed form. Call it distributed form because we distributed it in order to get it like that. Okay, so let's give you another problem, and you try this on your own. Try to distribute this, and don't forget to combine the like terms at the end. Okay, so yours should look something like this. We have an x plus 3 on the top, and then 3x minus 12 on the side, or vice versa. Doesn't matter which side you put those on. And you end up with a 3x squared, 9x, negative 12x, and negative 36 inside. So now we just write it out. 3x squared plus 9x minus 12x minus 36. And then combine the like terms that we had before. 3x squared minus 3x minus 36. You may notice that the 3x squared and the negative 36 are the same as that were in the original box. 3x squared and the negative 36. However, the 9x and the negative 12x do not end up in our final result because we had to combine the like terms. This will be helpful to notice as we move on to the next step, or as we move on to factoring. So let's do that right now. So looking at factoring, if we were to start out with something that's like 2x squared plus 2x minus 12, how could I use the window way to be able to factor this? Well, I know that the 2x squared is going to go here. I know that the negative 12 is going to go here. My question is, what's going to go in these other two boxes? I know that they have to add to be 2x, just like before. So when I add these two together, I have to get out a 2x. But it meets one other condition too, and I don't know how really to explain this quickly and well to you. But it has to multiply to be negative 12 times 2. Meaning it has to multiply these together. Whoops. multiply these together. I'm just having all sorts of technical issues. Let's just take it back to where we were. Okay. Sorry about it all. So it has to be where I multiply the 2 and the negative 12 together as well. So 2 times negative 12 is negative 24. And let's list down the factors. So it has to multiply to be negative 24, but add to be positive 2. So the numbers that multiply give us 24, 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, and then 4 times 6, and 5 doesn't work, so that's the end of it, because 6 is already in our list. So is there any way to combine these two numbers, adding them together, so I can get a negative 2 or a positive 2 out? When I multiply them, I get negative 24. Well, yes, if I do 4 times negative 6. Oh, whoops, switch that. Negative 4 and a positive 6, because I have to get a positive 2 out. So I throw the negative 4 here, and the positive 6 here. And now I have my box set up, and it's all ready to be factored and turned into the other form. Okay, so I have to put, in order to get a 2x squared in the top left corner of my window, I have to have a 2x times x. So let's put the 2x here and the x here. Okay, so now let's look here. How can I get out a 6x? What do I have to multiply 2x by in order to get 6x? Well, if I multiply it by a 3, 3 times 2x will give me 6x. And then if I look over on the left side, x times what will give me negative 4x? Well, a negative 4. And does this work for the bottom right corner? Yes, because negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. So I have my factored form right here. So we have, let's put it, x plus 3 times 2x minus 4. And this is the factored form of it. There's no combining of like terms in there. So, if you look, my 2x squared plus 2x minus 12 was on the last page that we did. It was the end result. If you look, bring your attention to it with the purple, this guy right here was the problem that we were trying to factor, and we did end up getting this form right here, which is kind of cool. By doing an instant replay, dun-dun, we got the exact same thing as before. So now it's your turn to try one out. Try out doing 3x squared minus 3x minus 36. See if you can figure it out. Remember, the first thing you have to do is put in the values that you know, which are 3x squared and negative 36. And then try and find, well, I'll stop and let you do it. So you should have found out that 3 times negative 36 is negative 108. And these are all the factors of it. And so the factor that we pick is 9 times negative 12, because that multiplies to give us negative 108 and adds to give us negative 3. So I put negative 12x and 9x in the box. It doesn't matter which place you put them in, but it does matter that what you factor and how you factor that out matches up. So the two numbers that multiply to give us 3x squared are 3x times x, and then x times negative 12 will give us negative 12x, and 3x times 3 gives us 9x. So the factored form is such. Thanks for watching.